I say special guest all the time, but this is a really special guest. Carlene is excited about this one. I'm excited about this one. Carlene said this next guest is coming. I repeated his name. I said, for real? And she said, yeah, Nick, he's coming. All right. This is a guest we've been trying to get on the show for a while. He doesn't know this. We've been trying to get him on the show. Hold on, let me just go through the intro. All right, he's a racing icon, a champion of philanthropy, and one of the most popular personalities in NASCAR. He's the son of NASCAR champion Richard Petty and grandson of NASCAR pioneer Lee Petty, and has continued to make an impact on racing for decades. Soon he'll be embarking on his annual charity ride across America. You probably guessed it. Kyle Petty is on the show. How are you doing, sir?
I am doing great, man. How about you?
I'm all right, man. I can't complain. It's only Wednesday. It's too early to complain in a week.
Listen, we can stop right there at the introduction. I'll just say thank you because, yeah, that was phenomenal. I don't think I've ever been introduced like that, so that was phenomenal.
Hey, man, look, you're an icon. We've been wanting to have you on the show, so it's a perfect time to have you on the show. All right, let's start with this. 30th anniversary of this ride, man, ride across America. Do you ever reflect and say, man, how do we get to this point? 30 years?
So I got to be honest. So when we started, there were a few of us, Harry Gant and myself, a few other drivers, a few people in NASCAR wanted to ride motorcycles from California to North Carolina. And we told people, and they told us we were crazy. And we told them we were going to do it for charity. And they said, you guys are geniuses. What a great idea. So we did that first year, and we thought we'd never do it again. And then somebody said, well, let's do it another year. And we ended up 5, and then we said, well, let's do 10. And along the way, my oldest son, Adam, was killed in a racing accident in New Hampshire. And we built a camp not far from Charlotte there in Level Cross, North Carolina, center of the universe. That's what it is. We built a camp called Victory Junction for children with serious medical needs and chronic illnesses. We've seen over 150,000 kids at camp and through our REACH program that goes to hospitals free of charge. That's what keeps the ride going. It's not that we keep the ride going. All of a sudden, the ride had a purpose. After 4 or 5 years, it had a mission, and that mission was to send more kids to camp. But I am amazed that anytime we put it on the internet and say, hey, we're getting ready to do a ride, that people start calling in and it fills up in about 70 hours, 72 hours. So it's amazing that it's still going.
Oh, any pressure when it comes to this every year, because so many eyes, so much attention to this for a great cause, but then you gotta level up each year. Like, is there any pressure to do this?
So the pressure's coming every 5 years now. So we've gone so long. The 20th anniversary was a big year. The 25th was a big year. This is a big year. That's when the pressure comes. The in-between rides are the easy ones. But, we wanted to do something this year that was special. It's the 250th birthday of America. It's our 30th anniversary. Route 50, or Highway 50, the loneliest road in America is what is tabbed. It's their centennial. It's Route 66's centennial. So we wanted to do American things. And we're stopping in Graceland. We're going by to see Elvis, knock on his door, see if he's home. That's American, man, rock and roll. So we're going to do that. We're doing a bunch of parks, state or national parks out west. Come back through Wheels of Time Museum there in Maggie Valley, the Harley-Davidson Museum. That's American. We're just doing as much as we can. So there was a lot of pressure to put together a great ride this year.
You mentioned Graceland. What are you most looking forward to? What's the stop? Is there a city? Is there a stop on, like, you got circled? Like, okay, I can't wait for this one.
Looking forward to some food on a stop?
Food?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I can tell you my stop. I would give out my personal address, but that's my stop. When I get to Charlotte, after this long away from home, that's my favorite stop. I'm gonna tell you. No, I am. I'm looking forward. Listen, we're going to the original. We're going to Bass Pro Shops and the original Bass Pro Shop in Springfield, Missouri. We're going to Graceland. We're going to Wheels Through Time. We're going to the Coker Museum. I just like the ride. I like the people. That's my favorite thing. Memphis barbecue. I'm looking forward to Memphis barbecue. Barbecue is the only meal, okay? And I can say this with 100% assurance. Barbecue is the only meal you can eat from California to North Carolina and never eat the same meal twice. Even though it has the same name, it's not the same barbecue everywhere you eat.
I was about to say, man, Lexington barbecue. That's a hard one to.
Yeah, Lexington barbecue is the greatest barbecue when you're in Lexington. Memphis barbecue is the greatest barbecue when you're in. It's two totally different meals, man. You can't even compare them.
I don't know about Kansas City barbecue. I had that before. I don't know about that one, man.
Yeah, I give you that, man. I walked into a barbecue place in Kansas City and asked them what was good, and they told me the salmon was good. So I figure if I'm like, this is a barbecue joint. Don't serve me fish.
Go ahead, Carly.
All right, I'm a NASCAR fan, so I got to ask about some racing. So we've had the pleasure of talking to a few drivers, some former drivers, and some current drivers, and you're a bit more interesting because you're a driver and a commentator. So I got to ask you, what's your favorite track, and is it the same from when you're a driver versus a commentator and a spectator? What you loving?
All right, so listen, I will say this. When I was a kid, my favorite track was Daytona. And because when I was growing up, I thought that's the only place that the ocean touched the United States was in Daytona Beach, Florida, because we always went to racetracks. We never got to go to the beach. Daytona, so that was my favorite track. When I got to drive, I loved the road courses, man. I loved Riverside. I loved Sonoma. I loved Watkins Glen. I love that type of stuff. And I loved Rockingham. I won some races there, so I got to put Rockingham at the top of my list from that one. As a commentator, man, I love the road courses still as a commentator. I love Bristol and I love Charlotte. I love Charlotte, the 600. The Coca-Cola 600 is probably my all-time favorite race. It's just 600 miles. Nobody else in America, nobody else around runs a 600-mile race with one driver and one car. And it's a test of man and machine and endurance and everything. And that is my place, man.
Those some good answers right there.
Bristol's my favorite, so I'm happy to hear.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Love it.
Bristol. Listen, there's not a bad seat at Bristol. That's the best part about Bristol.
Great.
You can sit anywhere.
Is there a young driver? I want to ask you this: is there a young driver now, or a driver now that reminds reminds you of your younger self when you were out there driving?
No. Listen, I was.
I love the honesty.
Here's what happened.
He said, "No, I'm not keeping it humble."
No. Here's why. There's none as bad as me. I'm going to say that they're a lot better than me, man. They're a lot better than me. But it's so funny, you know. I've been around so long because I grew up with my dad and Pearson and Bobby Allison, that group, and then got to race with Earnhardt and Mark Martin and Rusty Wallace and guys like that, and then later with Jeff Gordon and guys like that. So you've seen a lot of guys come and go. And when guys come into the sport, you start to say, oh my gosh, that's a young Cale Yarborough. That's a young, Dale Earnhardt Sr. That's a young Mark Martin, whoever it may be. And there's some great guys out there, aren't there? And we've had two new winners with Ty Gibbs and Carson Hocevar this last weekend has just set the world on fire. So I think the future is bright for the sport, and there's a lot of great talent out there.
Mm-hmm.
Look, man, you're a racing icon, man. So don't shortchange yourself now. I know you. Look, I understand. But hey, man, don't shortchange yourself now.
I just been around a long time. Once you're around a long time, man, people forget what you did. And I tell people all the time, everything I did was the last century. This is 2026. All my stuff's back in the last century.
Hey, before we get you out of here, man, you've been so gracious with your time. What should folks need to know? What should folks know headed into the charity ride?
Yeah, the charity ride, we start May 1st. We end up at the Hilton at University on May 9th. And we ask people to come out. I've got my dad with me, Richard Petty. Matt Kenseth's going to be with us. Clint Boyer may have gone. Oh, he's going to be gone by then because he's got to go to work. He's an analyst for Fox. But Kenny Wallace, Kenny Schrader, David Reagan, a number of drivers will be with us. We're going to go to Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're going to start at Sonoma at the racetrack. Listen, you can't have a motorcycle ride and not start at a racetrack and end at a racetrack. So that's what we're doing. But go to KylePettyCharityRide.com, and it'll tell us all the times, tell you where we're going to be, when we're coming through town. Go to victoryjunction.org if you want to know more about camp. So those two websites will tell you everything you need to know about the charity ride, about camp, and about what we're doing.
One last thing, the reason why this year's race is so special, can I let you in on something, Kyle? Do you mind?
Let me in on it.
The reason why May 1st, that's my mother's birthday.
Of course.
Oh, God bless you, man.
So that's why this year's race is. I mean, this is the reason why interview happened. I'm just saying.
So what's her name?
Cassandra.
Cassandra. Okay, I'm gonna write it down. And when we sing happy birthday to all of our riders in the parking lot, because we always have a rider, we'll add Cassandra to happy birthday, Cassandra. So let your mom know. In Sonoma, California, there's somebody singing happy birthday to her. All right.
Oh man, you're the best, man. You're the best.
We'll do it.
That's Kyle Petty, and I'm gonna say it again, racing icon, man. But it's
legend,
doing but an icon when it comes to giving back to community as well, man. Thank you for what you're doing, and look forward to keeping up with where you guys are along your route. Thank you for joining us here on Live Impact News, man.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.
Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.